This is a short video of the Excel workbook I put together to process rare earth element data. This is an indices sheet, but we'll just drop back to the raw assays. This is where you would copy and paste your data in. Don't do any editing in here, just export it out of whatever data management software you use. After you've done that, the stats will get calculated. I've color coded it by 75, 90, 95, 98. You can put in whatever you want, or even add a few more or change the colouring, and then that sheet will get coloured like that. It will create an oxide sheet, and that is based on, it will pair up the element to the oxide. That's why it doesn't matter which column you do, it would actually just search and work out what the oxide is. And to calculate the indices, the TREO, this will show you which oxides are included. Same for the heavies and the lights. You can visually see which oxide you're using. I didn't hard code these because I've seen europium go into the heavies and sometimes I've seen it into lights, so you can decide where it goes, or you can change it to see the effect. After you create the oxides, again they're all color coded, and the indices sheet, which is really where you do all your intercepts. So they're all color coded on this indices stats page, and I've added an extra field here because we generally look at TREO plus 500. So I put 500 in there. That will tell me the percentile. I can type the percentile value in there, and that's so I'll get a TREO of plus 500, and I'm also consistent with the other indices. So you go back here. These will get color coded as per that stats page. That's the intercept bar. If the intercept is the beginning of a new hole, so it's from the surface, it's magenta, which so you can see that's just actually two intercepts, and the values over here, the weighted averages. You can clear anything. You just highlight whatever, it will just clear the rows. It won't get rid of any of the data, just get rid of the calculated fields. Typically, you're going to scroll through this spreadsheet, look at the TREOs, pick up the ones that are plus 500, calculate the intercept, the weighted averages for those, and for the heavies and the lights and the magnetic. Do that one as well. When you get new data, you can just click on the intercept, and there's an automated function. This video capture doesn't show you the pop-up window, which now tells me the starting hole, which I've got at 37. It will ask me for the TREO cutoff, which is 500. It will ask me if I actually want to include any waste. And so you can put in one waste field if you want to include any waste. So you could have a cutoff of 500, and you might have a waste field of say 400. So if it's just got one interval there of say 400, it will still just include the whole lot. This is also handy if you've got new data, because then you can just click on the new hole, intercept, automate it, and it will just go from there down. It won't overwrite any of these. So when you've got your intercepts sorted out, you can go into, so intercept tracking. I'll go to export first, create a table. So now this is going through the indices sheet, and it will pull out all of the intercepts, and it also so give the whole ID, it'll give a from and the to and the width and the associated heavies and lights. And I grabbed this data and I just put it into micromine because with the whole ID, from, to, and the intercept, I can plot easily generate some cross sections with the calculated TREO intercept and put a nice label on it. And after it's finished calculating or extracting all that data, then it will actually run a merge for the coordinates, which just comes from another table, which has got the whole ID, easting and northing. And then that data I can export to QGIS, and again you can just create a nice plan using the easting and northing. You've got the whole ID, you've got the intercept, and you can also flag whether they are new or an existing intercept. Also, when these things are running, there's an intercept bar down in this bottom left-hand corner, so you can see how things are going. And it's running slower because I'm also running this video capture software. So intercept tracking is, this just keeps on getting appended to. So these are intercepts we've used, and in this case, they're the date, for an example, and I've got in there that's an ASX release date. So when you create this table here, it actually pulls that data in. So I know I can see that we've already sort of processed those ones. But these are new. I might put today's date in. down. You can put in sort of whatever you want, and then you can append anything that's new. So that will go through the export sheet, and it will just grab anything that's new and put it into this sheet, so it just keeps a running total. That way you can see this is all new information, it hasn't been released. You can sort on whole ID, and then you'll see if the whole ID doubles up, you'll see a gap up here, and you'll know it's a new, probably a new 1 meter sample that's come in. If you have new data, so yeah, new data, you go to your raw assays, drop it all in here. So if it's new, updating, and then you click on this process, and this macro then updates all of the oxides, all of the indices, all of the stats, does the color coding, and then you can go back to your indices page. You can merge these back in so that they make sure they go back in the right spot. If they've changed, it actually highlights to show you that something's not right and you need to go back through. It'll actually highlight these as yellow, and then AIM puts in a neat updating here, so you can go through, clear it, calculate the new intercept, go back to your export it out, keep it, intercept tracking, and then you can process the data from there. Thank you. Bye.